It started on a Monday morning, the kind where you expect peace and coffee, not a 10-foot metal fence across your own driveway. I stopped my truck and stared in disbelief. A shiny new gate blocked the only road into my ranch. A big sign hung on it. Private HOA property, access denied. I could already guess who was behind it. Karen Langley, the head of the neighborhood HOA, the kind of woman who believed rules only applied to everyone else. I marched over to her house, still in my boots and work gloves. She met me on her porch, fake smile plastered on. "Morning," she said sweetly. "Just enforcing community boundaries. Your ranch road crosses HOA land." "My ranch road," I repeated, holding back a laugh. "Ma'am, I built that road 20 years ago with my own hands." She shrugged. "Well, the HOA voted. It's restricted now." I stared at her for a moment. "You mean your little group of lawn chair lawyers voted to block off my land?" She smirked. "If you don't like it, take it up in court." That night, I didn't sleep. I just sat at my desk, staring at the old property deeds my dad left me. The next morning, I called my cousin Jeff, a civil engineer. "Jeff," I said, "bring your survey tools. I've got a fun project." By Friday, I had the proof in my hands. Not only was that gate illegally placed, it was sitting entirely on my property. So I didn't tear it down. I improved it. I added lights, a camera, and a shiny metal toll box with a big digital screen. The sign now read, "Private road, $25 access fee per vehicle." By noon, Karen's phone must have exploded. Cars were lining up, neighbors honking, furious they couldn't get through without paying. Karen stormed up to my gate, yelling, "You can't do this. This is extortion." I leaned out my truck window, smirking. "It's called a private toll road. Perfectly legal, on my land." Her face turned red. "We'll sue you." "Please do," I said, tossing her a copy of the survey report. "Make sure your lawyer reads the part where you built a fence on federal registered private property." The next day, every HOA member got a letter, access cards for free passage, valid only after they publicly apologized for trespassing. Karen refused at first, until her own husband called me, begging for a code because he couldn't get to work. By the end of the week, the apology showed up in my mailbox, handwritten, signed by the entire board. And as I watched their SUVs roll through my toll gate one by one, I couldn't help but grin. For the first time, the HOA was paying me for access. "Greater than funny," I muttered, watching the gate close behind them. They tried to fence me out. Now I own the fence. By the next week, word of my private toll road had spread far beyond the neighborhood. Folks were driving by just to see it, the infamous gate that made the HOA pay for every trip they took. Karen, of course, was losing her mind. She'd called emergency meetings, fired off legal threats, and even tried getting the sheriff involved. But when the deputy came out, he just stood by my gate, looked at the property line, and said, "Ma'am, this fence is on his land. There's nothing we can do." She nearly exploded right there on the gravel. "Nothing you can do," she yelled. "He's charging us to drive through." The deputy just smirked. "Sounds like good business to me." After that, Karen switched tactics. She started spreading rumors that my toll system was illegal, that I was profiting off public land. Problem was, there was nothing public about it. I had every legal document to back it up, stamped, sealed, and notarized. Still, she couldn't stop herself. A week later, I woke up to find a group of HOA board members standing by the gate with crowbars and bolt cutters. I grabbed my coffee, turned on the intercom connected to the camera, and said, "Morning, trespassers. Care to smile for the federal live feed?" They froze. See, I'd taken things a step further. The toll gate was now registered as a private agricultural road with surveillance monitored by the county's system. Any vandalism attempt was automatically reported. 2 minutes later, a sheriff's cruiser pulled up. Karen tried to talk fast. "We were just checking for safety issues." The sheriff frowned. "On property that's not yours. Step away from the gate, ma'am." She did, reluctantly. That night, I got an email from the county office. They'd reviewed the footage, revoked the HOA's development permit for boundary violations, and officially declared the road entirely mine. The next morning, I updated the toll box with a new sign. HOA access, permanently revoked. Residents must use alternative route 15 miles around. Karen stood there staring at it like she'd just lost a war, because she had. As I drove past her, window down, I said calmly, "Greater than, you should have left my fence alone, Karen." Now it's your problem forever. And from that day on, every time an HOA car circled the long dusty back road just to get home, they got a nice, long reminder: you don't mess with a man who knows his land better than you know your rules.